Guess who's back? Back again. The lead is back with Birdman.
Wow.
That's I came up with that in the shower today.
Oh my god.
It's the special episode 20 intro. It'll never happen again, I promise, for the sake of our friendship and the podcast. But yeah, it's episode 20. Big 2-0. We're over here setting milestones and shit.
Yeah, 20's quite a lot.
I was thinking about that earlier today. I was like, damn, 20. That's almost like, since we do this weekly, it's almost half a year. Half a year's worth of episodes. Which is kind of bananas if you think about it. I don't feel like we've been doing it that long. Like,
no, it doesn't feel like we have, but we actually have.
I know, it's so crazy, and we still suck. No, no, I'm kidding, we don't suck. I don't think we suck. But anyways, it's 20. It's Thursday, technically, for all of you listening, unless you listen late Wednesday when it's uploaded, which is creepy. Maybe don't keep tabs on us that closely. So we got some news for today. Obviously, that's what we do around here. The first thing I want to talk about is, did you see that a retailer leaked that there's a BioShock collection coming to PS4 and Xbox One?
That shit happens all the time.
Yeah, but what do you think? Would you get it?
Yeah, probably. The only BioShock I actually got through was 2, and I didn't really like it. It was really easy. I tend to not like easy games.
I played 1, and I loved the story in it, and I think I played a little bit of BioShock 2's multiplayer, and I think it was 2, and it actually was kind of decent. It was kind of fun, but I heard so much about BioShock Infinite, and I wanted to play it.
Everybody praises that game so much, like it's the greatest thing.
I never got the chance to play it, and I wanted to, and I hopefully that is part of the collection.
I would imagine it wouldn't be.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I would imagine it has to be if it's the BioShock collection. So I think if that's an actual thing and the retailer's not fucking shit up, I'll probably end up getting it.
Well, usually when that happens, they push the date back.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, I definitely want to play. I'd play through 1 again just because, but I want to play Infinite because I didn't get to play it at all, and I don't think I finished 2. I think I got stuck somewhere because I'm retarded. But yeah, that's gonna be cool. It's probably, I don't even know if it's a remaster. We don't know anything right now. We just know that it might be a thing. If it's a remaster, cool. If it's not a remaster, fine. It's still kind of cheesy, but I do want to play them anyway, so why the fuck not? Whatever, get me some more achievements. Dude, I've become a lot less of an achievement person.
Yeah, I don't really care about them as much as I used to.
Ever since I switched over to the Xbox One for some reason. I don't know if it's like less satisfying or what it is, but back on 360, dude, I loved achievements.
Yeah, well, it's just because a lot of the games that are out are all remasters, and you really don't want to go through everything again. I mean, I did it for GTA for the most part, but on the 360, I think I had like one activity before I had 100%.
Yeah.
And there's no way I'm spending all that time to find all them UFO parts.
Fuck that.
That took forever the first time.
There's
I'm not doing it again.
No, that's too tedious. There's exceptions to the case of going back and replaying a game for achievements, like GTA, for instance, just because it was so fun. But for the most part, yeah, I won't really bother with it. Like if I was to get, I don't know, I can't even think of something off the top of my head, but that was remastered.
Tomb Raider.
Was that? Oh, the definitive edition?
Yeah.
Because it was released for 360.
Because it was free.
But then again, I didn't play it the first time, so. But if I had played it, that's not a game that I would go back and replay just for the achievements. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. Like, it's so weird. Anyway, next on the list is we will talk about some Hitman got delayed. I don't know if anybody actually gives a shit. Did you even know a Hitman game was coming out?
I did. I saw the announcement. What what was it at E3? The
I
whole
don't know.
Ubisoft thing. It was one of the surprise games
now that I
they didn't,
remember now.
that they didn't really advertise, along with the new Ghost Recon, which looks fucking sick.
It does.
Hitman is a good stealth game, but I always preferred
Splinter Cell.
when it
Me too.
and Assassin's Creed when it came to stealth.
I played one Hitman game, and the shit was so wonky. Like, I must have played like the worst game in the series. I don't know which one it was, but it was so wonky and like it didn't.
It's all stiff.
Nothing ever happened the way it was supposed to, or the way I wanted it to, and I never played another one. Shit, I knew more about the Hitman movie that was coming out than this game. I was like, what? Like, to the point where I was like, why the fuck are they randomly releasing a Hitman movie? But I guess it's got something to do with the new game coming out. I have no idea. But apparently the reason it was delayed is so that it could have more content at launch and allow them to do more frequent updates. But what the fuck does more content at launch mean? Like,
I don't know. Maybe they were told to put what they were going to use as DLC into the actual game. I don't know.
yeah, maybe. That'd be good if that was the case, because fuck your DLC.
Yeah, maybe they just thought of something else to put in, which at this point in development seems really weird.
I mean, I don't know what the release date was for it. I didn't look that up because, well, I don't know why. I don't have a real reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's weird. Oh, and I read that it's going to release with a big chunk of the game at release. What the fuck does that, like, where's
Wait,
the rest
what?
of it? Yeah, in the article it said that they said the game is going to release with a big chunk of the game, with more coming in the later weeks. Like, what the is it, like episodic, or what the hell?
I don't know, but that totally makes me not want to play it
It
at
sounds
all.
sketchy as shit, right? That's
Yeah.
what I thought. I read the article. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't. No, I'm good, thanks. I don't like Hitman to begin with, and then now all that shit. I think that game has worn out its welcome. With, like, even people that like the series are kind of like, all right, that's cool, I guess. But I was never a Hitman fan, so.
No,
Hey.
me either.
Do
I
you,
was way
Hitman?
more of a Splinter Cell, which we have yet to play.
Fuck, we haven't. That's right. Blacklist is done, though. I haven't tried to launch it yet, but it is done. We got to play that. Next on the docket is some Fallout news. It's nothing big. It's just before it was learned that dog meat, your puppy companion, could not die in the game. Well, it turns out none of your companions in the game can actually die in battle.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't either.
It relieves some of the tension away.
Mhm.
Like, you just got an invulnerable bullet sponge with you now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, at first I was kind of like, well, I guess that's okay.
Then again, your AI companions tend to do some dumb shit a lot.
You ain't lying.
Maybe if they just make him less effective, like any first-person shooter squad mate you ever have, how
Yeah. Okay.
very ineffective they
Yeah,
are.
I have a good story about that.
Or he could just be a pack mule. Because it is an RPG,
Yeah, that's
so
true.
they probably just give him everything you can't carry.
So, me and somebody else, I can't remember who, were playing Gears of War on was it Insane, I think might have been the highest difficulty.
Yeah.
I forget, some ridiculous name. And we were stuck at a part, and it's a third-person cover-based type shooter.
Yeah.
We're stuck at a part, and we're going through it real cautiously because we keep dying. And the next probably, I don't know, hour or so, we continue to have to restart at a checkpoint because the computer-controlled Baird would run full speed straight ahead into one of the big, what the fuck, were they called? Brutes? Or boomers. They were called boomers. The one that walks around with a shield and a giant mace that, like, explodes when he hits the ground. He continued to run headlong into this motherfucker and get killed every time. Like, not like get downed so we could go revive him. No, he got insta-killed. And it just kept fucking happening. It was so infuriating because we're playing it on the hardest difficulty, trying to get these achievements back when I was an achievement whore. And I'm just losing my fucking mind. Like, oh my god. So maybe it's a good thing.
AI teammates are never reliable.
No, they're so dumb. Oh, the AI is improved and smart, and no, it's not. It's not. It's never gonna be. It never is. It just weird shit happens, and your AI friends get just smashed or die or ruin everything all the time. But yeah, I mean, I guess we'll see what kind of effect that has on the game when it comes out. But to me, I'm like on the fence with it because, like you said, AI teammates can be retarded, but it also, like you said, it kind of takes away from the tension and, oh my god, this person might die,
Right.
or so and so could die, or whatever.
Yeah.
So any kind of like emotional attachment you would have to your companions isn't really going to be affected,
Right.
Because they
you
die.
can't die, so why do I really care about you?
Yeah, I mean, maybe they can die outside of battle, like in story-related incidents, but as far as I know, they can't die in battle. So I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, even in Skyrim, any follower you had, except I think there was like one follower you couldn't kill.
Yeah.
Every other follower you could, though, pretty much.
It's a strange choice, but I'm sure they have the reasons for it, so we'll see what happens when it comes out. More related Fallout fun stuff. So I don't know if you guys are aware, Twitch TV has this weird thing where they allow the chat to play the games using commands in the chat box, and it translates the stuff in game. Well, they started off with Pokemon, which is easy because there's like 6 buttons on a Game Boy, so it was kind of simple. But now they played Dark Souls, didn't they?
Halo.
Did they play Halo?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Christ. Well, now they're playing Fallout 3. Now I hadn't really taken time to look at it until about 30 minutes ago. It's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. All that happened in the time that I watched is the Pip-Boy. They kept pulling up the Pip-Boy, which is like almost like a start menu. Just repeatedly pulling it up, putting it down, pulling it up, putting it down. No, they didn't move a single step. Now, I don't know if you saw some actual things happen.
Yeah, I saw a little bit. I think it was Monday or Tuesday, maybe.
Yeah.
But they were in Megaton, and they were just running into a wall while vatsing everything, and they were at least swinging at stuff. But
yeah, when
I cannot see them beating that game unless like a shit ton of the viewers leave and like the rest just congregate and like they actually form.
They have
it's really
they have 2 modes that you can vote on. There's a chaos mode where as soon as an input is, or a command is input, it happens. And then there's order mode, which, there's a series of commands that are entered by the chat, and then the chat votes on them, and then they happen at whichever one is in the lead happens after a small delay. So right now it's in order mode, and people keep voting to pull up the fucking Pip-Boy. Like, what the shit? And you can ban the Pip-Boy command, or you can have it unbanned, and it was unbanned when I was watching. It was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Fucking like trolls galore, just pulling up the Pip-Boy. Like,
I bet
what fun is that?
they're making so much money off of that though.
How?
Because it doesn't stop, and
but like
so many viewers.
I mean, there's a donate button at the bottom of the page. I don't know.
People probably
who the
do.
fuck is stupid. Whatever. It's fine. just waste your money. I don't care. Yeah, it was nothing about it was interesting to me. I might have watched the Twitch Plays Pokemon thing for like 20 minutes. Just because I wanted to see if they could make it down a ladder in this one cave, and they just kept walking into the wall. It was stupid.
The Twitch Plays, when I watched it, they were actually at like the Elite Four or something like that.
I wish I could have seen a fucking battle or something.
They had like level 99 Togepis and shit, or well, probably not 99, but pretty high level Togepis. It was hilarious. I wanted to see him play Dark Souls, but I didn't get that chance.
Yeah, I didn't either. So this struck me as fucking hilarious. Now, the Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball series, correct?
Yeah.
It's super weird to begin with. Like, why? I mean, I know why they made it, obviously. Nobody actually wants to play a volleyball game with the Dead or Alive fighters. There's reasons for it.
Right.
And if you don't know, you're kind of an idiot. Or Google it. Just Google Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball and look at one screenshot, and you'll know exactly what I mean. So, the new one, I guess it's new, Dead or Alive Extreme 3, is going to be releasing on PlayStation 4 with VR support.
What?
I can't even imagine.
Extreme Beach Volleyball with VR support, or just Dead or Alive in general?
No, the volleyball with VR support.
Them Japanese people, bro.
I'm fucking telling you. Japanese is shit. Our genre makes a valiant return. You don't need VR for volleyball, typically. But I guess under these circumstances, it seems like a good idea. As far as I'm concerned, it's creepy as shit.
It's extremely creepy.
Dead or Alive extremely creepy is what it should be called. I don't know what the fuck the VR is going to be for. I don't want to know. I'm not going to look into it because I have ideas of what it could be. It's just super creepy. So that is your weird ass news of the week, man. I read the article and actually was like, what the fuck, out loud. It's just, I don't know, man. Japanese people or whatever. It's, I don't know. I really don't have anything for that. I just wanted to bring it up because it's fucking weird.
That is weird.
And I was hoping you could maybe come up with a reason.
How many people did even, like, is there like a following for a volleyball game?
Fuck, I don't know. They keep making them, so there must be. Fucking
like
nerds.
They keep making tennis games. They keep making hockey games.
Yeah, like volleyball games in general wouldn't have a following. But because the characters in Dead or Alive...
Right.
It's so gross. It's just like thinking about like why... It's gross, honestly. Just stop it. Stop buying that fucking game. It's weird. So that... Yeah, I don't... if you have an opinion on this weird-ass article, you could Google it. Maybe you'll find more information than I will. Maybe you don't want to find more information than I did. But tweet us or Facebook us and let us know your thoughts on how weird that is. But anyways, let's get the fuck off of that topic real quick. I think it's Friday. The Rainbow Six Siege beta releases. Will you be playing it all?
I don't have a key, so probably not.
I could probably get you one somehow.
I thought I did. I signed up, but they haven't.
You didn't get it yet?
I mean, they'll probably send it to me when it comes out. I don't even remember which system I signed up for, so I'll probably get it for like PC or...
I think I'm getting one for both, but I might also be getting an extra of some sort. I'm not totally sure. If I get an extra, will you play with me?
Yeah.
Because I'll be all by myself.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I'm interested to see what it's going to be like. I don't know. Why not try it, Can't hurt. Comes back to the same thing as the Need for Speed beta, which I still need to sign up for. I keep forgetting. I'm curious.
There's a lot of betas that I need to sign up for. Like,
oh shit, the Battlefront beta is open to everybody.
Yeah,
that's good.
And it also
it has co-op.
It's going to have dedicated servers,
and the beta has offline play. It has co-op, so that's fucking cool.
Yeah, like the co-op is what they said is like you're doing like missions, so it's not like a co-op campaign, but then again, it kind of is.
Yeah,
because it's mission based.
Right, makes sense. Yeah, so we got to get on the beta train. There's a shitload of them. If you haven't signed up, find the ways to do so. I mean, why not? Try some new games, see what's up. But yeah, I'm interested to see what Rainbow Six has done since their last game was like back in Nam.
Vegas
when
2,
they released
right?
it. I guess. I don't know. I think so. Which we have from the Humble Bundle.
Yeah.
And End War, wasn't that a plane game?
No, End War was RTS.
Oh, yeah. They had a plane game, though, right?
Yeah, Hawks.
Hawks, that's right. That fucking game.
I don't think any of those were included, though.
No, I don't think Hawks. End War is.
Yeah, End War,
Hawks,
but Hawks
I don't
wasn't.
Think Hawks was.
No.
Yeah, so we'll definitely check those out, and we'll voice our opinions on those. Rocket League's getting some new DLC, which I'm fucking pumped about because I love that game. It is called, I think, Revenge of the Battle Cars. Is what the DLC is called, and it comes with a bunch of shit. 2 new boosts, as you know, the trail that comes out of your car when you boost.
Yeah.
2 new of those, 12 decals, which is pretty dope. 3 paint finishes, and they all have the word "tune" in front of them. So I'm hoping it makes your fucking car look like a cartoon, which would be fucking awesome.
That would be great.
That'd be super cool. 4 hats and 2 cars from the spiritual prequel. Supersonic acrobatic rocket powered battle cars.
Oh yeah, that's what the first game was called.
Supersonic acrobatic rocket powered battle cars. I wonder why that game wasn't successful.
That's a great name.
Go to the store. Hey, do you guys have hold on, let me pull out my notepad. Supersonic acrobatic rocket powered battle cars? Do you have that? No? You never heard of it? Oh. Yeah, but I mean, shit. Rocket League is the shit. I love that game. I've been playing the hell out of it. People get super butthurt and ranked. Like
That's how it is with
super
every
butthurt.
game.
I think that's why I stopped playing competitive games for the most part. Because people take that shit way too serious.
Way too seriously.
Fucking crazy. Like, oh man. But anyway, I mean, it's still fun. I like ranked. I like ranked because it forces you to like work with your team. Like, because they have solo standard where you go in. It's 3 solo people on a team, and that's kind of fun because they don't have to worry about playing against some fucking all-star squad. And those are never good. They're fucking passing aerial shots to each other. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that DLC. It comes out in October. Be on the lookout. If you still haven't gotten Rocket League, stop fucking up and get it. Whether it be for PC, PS4, whatever, we should probably play it. Like, yeah, you should definitely get it. You got anything else news-wise? Oh, yeah, there's something you wanted to talk about. You mentioned it to me on Facebook last night.
Yeah, just crowdfunding in video games.
No, not that. The voice acting.
Oh, that the voice actors for pretty much every game ever might be going on strike.
Yeah. I read into it a little bit. It appears that it's because I guess the way that royalties are paid out or something like that is still like from a deal that they made back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And if you think back to that time, video game voice acting wasn't that prevalent because a lot of games didn't have fully voiced characters. A lot of characters were text-based or just silent and weird. But now you have voice actors that are doing like movie quality voice acting.
Yeah, and they're also doing like the motion capture for it.
Yeah, so they're getting paid like they're still barely doing anything like the 90s, whereas now they're in like full movie mode. Yeah. And I mean, in some games they're recording more footage than movies, and I would assume getting paid a shit ton less. So the main reason that they're, I guess, trying to go on strike or thinking about it or whatever, trying to figure it out, is because when a game is super successful, the voice actors aren't getting paid like a typical actor would be if a movie was successful.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, shit, it makes sense, you know?
Right, because like even after a certain time, games come out, like they're not receiving any royalties. Like if Destiny ends up lasting for a while, those guys aren't getting any of that money that would come in afterwards.
And that shit's ridiculous because voice acting might be harder than regular acting because, I mean, it just seems more difficult to me because you're not like pretending to be somebody as yourself. You're pretending to be somebody that's in a different like medium. You're like a game character where you can't control the facial expressions 100% and all that kind of stuff, and the body language and shit. So it seems super difficult. So they should be making bank, and a lot of them are really, really good.
Well, yeah, and it takes so much time.
Yeah.
Like,
oh God, yeah. Because I mean, shit. Just think about it. Fallout has how many lines of dialogue? Like 100,000.
Yeah, something like 100,000.
And they said it took years to record.
Yeah, it took like 3 years.
And if they're still getting paid from the shitty 90s deal, that's fucked. And
I mean, they're obviously not like struggling. Maybe not most of them, but they're certainly not getting paid what they're worth.
I think it's mostly the royalties thing, where they're not getting anywhere near what they should be for royalties. So I totally understand it. I mean, it would suck if they would go on strike because, you know, they're an integral part of video games at this point, especially people like Troy Baker, Nolan North, Jennifer Hale, is that her name?
Yeah.
Yeah, those people are super important to games. So
John DiMaggio.
Yeah.
H. John Benjamin.
Didn't H. John Benjamin do Archer?
Yeah.
That dude's awesome.
Yeah, he does Carl in Family Guy. He does Bob from Bob's Burgers. He does a lot of shit.
That dude's fucking awesome. He's in 22 Jump Street. He was the football coach. And as soon as he talked, I was like, oh shit, that's Archer. It was fuck. I just instantly started laughing. But yeah, I hope that doesn't happen. I hope they figure something out because it would suck if they were to go on strike because I would imagine it would halt development on a bunch of games.
It most certainly would.
So that would suck for us. But I mean, if they have to go on strike to get more money, to get what they're worth, then I mean, so be it. You know, I'm not going to fault them for it. So that's just something to kind of keep an eye on for the foreseeable future,
Yeah,
I
it
guess.
definitely affects everybody.
Yeah, it does. I'm almost interested to see the effect that it would have on gaming as a whole. If a bunch
It's
of
like
the major
a whole 3-4 months where no good game comes out like
That'd
a
be
year from now.
insane. That'd be crazy. A bunch of games in development just have to stop because it's not like they could replace them midway through. I'm like, that'd be rough. But that's all the news I got. You don't have anything else, right?
No, nothing news-wise.
Playing. You been playing anything? Anything fun?
Nothing different. Just the same old Madden, Metal Gear Solid. I would like to play Blacklist again.
Yeah, we're gonna get on that for sure. Because we had some of the best times ever playing Conviction. So we'll definitely get that going. Yeah, I've just been playing some ranked Rocket League. I haven't really gotten to play a whole lot, editing videos and shit lately. But
It's always important.
yeah, it's kind of clutch. We have a Madden video out if you want to check that out. So our big topic for the day is crowdfunding in gaming. If you don't know what crowdfunding is, you probably live under a rock. But it's basically someone will post an idea on whether it be Kickstarter or GoFundMe or something like that, and they'll ask the public to fund it. And through that funding is how they develop the game.
Or generate interest.
Yeah, or generate interest in the case of Shenmue.
Yeah.
And, you get certain... As far as Kickstarter is concerned, depending on how much money you pledge, you can get certain, things...
Rewards and stuff.
Yeah.
There's different tiers.
Yeah, depending on... I don't know. I don't think GoFundMe works quite like that.
No, GoFundMe is just give me your money and I don't have to give you anything back.
Yeah, GoFundMe's sketchy. So... Let's start.
With that being said, I will start a GoFundMe to find Bigfoot, so you guys can help me do that.
That's more
90,000.
Chewbacca than anything.
I need $90,000 to find Bigfoot.
I mean, I'll help you find Bigfoot. Wink, wink.
Great vacation.
So, what are your opinions on crowdfunding?
I mean, it can be good and bad.
Okay, let's start with. Let's try to segment this somehow. What do you think of the idea of crowdfunding?
For a AAA game, I hate it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Fund your own bullshit. If it's a AAA game,
Right.
you should not require
Yeah, I mean,
more of our money than you're already going to get.
That makes sense. Yeah, I agree.
But if you're not behind a big studio, I can agree with it. Like in the case of Star Citizen, like everybody really wants a really good, really in-depth space simulator. Their goal was $2 million, and as of today, they have raised $89,234,417.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's a fuck ton of money.
that's a lot. That's almost up there with GTA. I think GTA had around like 150 million for the development of their game, something like that.
As far as
And that's a AAA huge title.
As far as the idea of crowdfunding, I'm with it. Like you said, if it's a AAA game, that shit makes zero sense to me. You obviously have the money. Whether it's a new franchise or not, you have money from previous franchises,
right?
Or you're backed by a huge company like Activision or some shit. You don't need the backing. But as far as whether it's an indie game studio or just one guy looking to make a game, I think it's great. They may not have the resources to go to a publisher or some shit like that, and they might need the community's help, and that's where I think it's a great idea.
Right. The only AAA game that I think did it right would be, I guess, PlayStation's Shenmue 3, because they ended up doing it just to see if anybody actually wanted the game, and they blew their crowdfunding goal.
$6.2 million
in like a day.
Plus is insane. That's a lot of money. Now, since we both basically agree on the idea, I think implementation is a bit of an issue, especially in the case of GoFundMe. I don't know a whole lot about the platform, but it doesn't seem like there are any stipulations for it. Like, I've seen people make GoFundMe accounts for nothing. Just like, hey, help me do this for no reason. Didn't some guy, I don't know if it was a Kickstarter or GoFundMe, for macaroni salad?
It was a potato salad, I think, and it was Kickstarter. They gave him $50,000 for a potato salad.
That's weird. I'm not even sure how that gets okayed. I feel like there should be some rules.
I'm sure there are, but I mean, you just 50,000 people each putting in $1.
But like,
That's
bro,
insane.
it's fucking potato salad.
Yeah. I mean, an 89 million for one game, and it's only, I think it only had about 900,000 backers. So
That's a shitload of money.
that's a lot of money. I think like if you want to buy the game, you can pretty much just buy a ship, and that's like your pledge to the Kickstarter. Like and then you won't actually have to buy the game when it comes out.
Yeah, a lot of the Kickstarter campaigns, if you pledge like $20 or whatever, obviously depending on the game, you get a copy of the game along with whatever the hell else. But I don't know, like with Kickstarter, if a game fails, isn't there some kind of, like, if it doesn't reach its goal, isn't there some kind of like protection for the investors?
That I don't know, because it's happened a lot.
Yeah.
Like there was like a console, I think, that raised a shit ton of money and then just never.
Wasn't that the Ouya or whatever?
Yeah, Ouija, Ouya, something.
0UYA.
I don't fucking know.
And that thing turned into a big fucking mess. Where like,
I don't even think it got released, did it?
I don't know, but like, not the console itself turned into a mess, but the whole like process. Like I think it might have succeeded in the Kickstarter, but then the people that were developing it like sold it to somebody else, and then that person or company said that the people that invested weren't going to get what they paid for.
Yeah, I think it was one of the things where like an actual company invested a shit ton of money in that product, and whatever happened, and it didn't get released, and I don't think the company got any of its money back.
That's where it becomes tricky with a Kickstarter is, you know, you have to really know that your money is either going to this game for sure, and that's what's happening, or if it does fail, that you either get your money back or something happens. I mean, I don't know, obviously, the ins and outs of Kickstarter or GoFundMe or anything like that, but I think that those things should, I mean, I would imagine that, like, that's like common sense, like that logically you need that kind of shit.
Yeah.
I feel like that amount of people wouldn't invest if it wasn't guaranteed that your money was doing something. Like, let's say we wanted to quote unquote make a game, right? And we raised a bunch of money to make a game and then just didn't make the game.
I'm sure there's something in place
there
for that.
Has to be,
but
right?
I would think that would only be on Kickstarter, because in GoFundMe,
it seems so
there's
simple.
nothing holding, like, it's completely, because it's free will. Like, if they want to give you their money, you're not really obligated to give it back.
Yeah, and like the thing with GoFundMe is you don't even have to be making anything. You could just be raising money for something. Like, oh, you know, send me to PAX East or some shit. And then for all everybody knows that donated some money to you, you didn't fucking go to PAX East. You could have bought like 8 cartons of cigarettes. We don't know. That's super weird. And I don't think I'd ever fund anything on GoFundMe, because you don't know who's bullshitting. And I feel like it'd be real easy to bullshit. Like, oh, you know, here's a GoFundMe for my sister who has brain cancer. You know, give me money so I can help pay her hospital bills. And then they don't. I mean, you don't know. I feel like I don't know. GoFundMe seems way too sketchy.
Yeah, I agree.
Because, like, I've heard stories of GoFundMes where it was total bullshit.
Right.
So fuck that.
And it's like like we said, Kickstarter is incentivized, so where you're getting something.
And that's cool.
You don't have to do that on GoFundMe. I'm pretty sure you have to do that with Kickstarter. Like, you have to give them something.
Yeah.
You have to give them something
I've never seen
back.
one that doesn't have rewards like that, so I would assume that that's a thing. So Kickstarter just this week is changing to, I think it's a PBC, which is new. It's a type of corporation. I think it's called a public benefit corporation, which they said is somewhere between a nonprofit organization and a full-blown corporation. And what that means is the company has to promise to do something good for the community. So I'm pretty sure what they said is going to happen is 5% of whatever Kickstart brings in is going towards music and arts education or something like that. It's something cool like that, but it's something that just happened recently, like in the past couple days. So that's pretty cool. I mean, that's even more incentive to use Kickstarter over whether it be GoFundMe or some other sketchy shit.
I see GoFundMes all the time for like hospital bills. I mean, that's fine, but
It's just,
and
you never
even now
know.
it's stretching into like movies.
Yeah.
Like directors are trying to get the public to fund their movie, and then they're going to want those same people that funded it to also go to the movie theater and watch it.
Fuck that. No.
Or DVD.
Could you imagine if you if you invested money in a movie and then it was fucking awful? God, that would suck. Man, it like invested money and then bought a ticket and it was still terrible. That would suck. But there was something I was gonna say. Oh, there's also a new gaming centric like crowdfunding thing out there, whether website or something. It's called Fig, and what this does is it allows you to buy an equity stake of the game that you're investing in. So you basically, instead of becoming a donator or a pledger or whatever you want to call it, you become an investor in the game. And the dude that runs Kickstarter brought up a good point as to why they will never do that. And they said that, I'm paraphrasing, obviously I don't have the quote on hand. They said that if that's the case, then the games are going to become more financially driven than they are now, whether like on Kickstarter. And he said we'll be right back in the same world that we're in now, where money drives everything. Whereas on Kickstarter, it's creativity. You know, people aren't going to back something just because they're going to get money out of it. They're going to back something because it's a good idea or they find it super interesting.
Right.
And that's a really good point that I don't think I would have thought of.
Or like, I guess in the case of video games, you're only going to want to back it if you think it's obviously going to be a good game, or if you're going to invest a lot of time in. Because I was just looking up, like, the way it is for Star Citizen, you can pay $45 for a starter pack, and which is, gives you like a basic ship, but that could be all the money you ever spend in that game, and you could spend a couple hundred hours since it's a fully fledged space simulator, and it's not like we played like Star Citizen where you can walk around, you can go on planet. I don't think you can go on planets yet, but it's basically you're living a different life in space, and
that's pretty cool.
Instead of paying for the game, you're just paying for your ship, and that's the way of funding everything. Hell, at E3 they even announced that because they had blew away their expectations, they were adding a PvP, an FPS element to the game, like a like a competitive shooter
that's
type
pretty
thing.
Cool. It's cool when Kickstarters have they have a goal to like get their game made, and then they have what are called stretch goals. Yeah, where if they hit a certain amount, they'll add other shit.
Right,
which is super.
Which is what Star Citizen. I saw a little bit. I think they stopped at like 6 million because the initial just shock of them getting to 2 million. And I think a lot of it deals with like name recognition too. Like, are you really just going to fund some random dude to make a game? Like, no, this dude made Wing Commander, so I mean that's obviously a popular pop culture thing, right. So they're going to want him to make a new space simulator, so they gave him all the freaking money. And would they have really given some random guy $6 million to make Shenmue? It's like, no, you'd only want to do it if it was PlayStation.
Yeah,
Sony.
That comes down to I think like I'd donate to a game if it looked interesting, if it had a good like advertising video, like they have the videos on the Kickstarter homepage of their project.
They'll sell you.
Like if you have like a good video like really describing or outlining what you're trying to do, and it's well made and you have some kind of progress already, then I'd probably donate. But if it's just like some dude's like, hey, help me make Frogger 3, probably not gonna be interested.
Right,
in
you're probably gonna have to show me something first before.
Yeah, I think that's super important, is to kind of have at least something. One thing I'm super upset about at Kickstarter is Mutant League Football got shit on Kickstarter. It did not reach its goal. But through luck and investors and all kinds of stuff, community members, it's still getting made. Like, community members that are like coders and animators and stuff just stepped up and were like, hey, we'll help you make stuff. That's fucking nuts.
I think it's because most of the community wants a Madden alternate, like an actual licensed football simulator Madden alternate, and they're like, Mutant League Football, I don't want to waste my fucking time with this.
Yeah, probably.
That's probably what they were thinking.
Oh, it wouldn't surprise me.
That's why the hype for Joe Montana 16 was so real until they decided to reveal it's a fucking mobile game.
Since that's been announced as a mobile game, you've heard dick about it.
Nope.
Like nothing.
I hope it doesn't even come out.
I mean, I'm not even going to play if it does.
No. Fucking assholes.
It's ridiculous. But, so, as far as Kickstarter goes, have you ever backed anything on there or GoFundMe or anything?
No, but I'm probably going to go home and back Star Citizen because...
Dude, you're like a space nerd.
I'll be on... Well, I mean, you know how we are with the whole open world thing.
Yeah.
And it's just any game that you can live another life in with your friends, that's going to appeal to me. Like,
yeah, I agree.
You'll get my interest every time. Like H1Z1, hell, that's a $20 fucking game, and that game's dope.
Yeah, I haven't
now,
play
DayZ is really hard until we got off, and I figured out exactly how to find you, exactly what was going on.
Oh, fucking infuriated.
So was I. I stayed up for like an hour trying to figure out what the hell was wrong, and then I'm like, oh. So I killed myself a bunch of times. Like, oh, I always spawn on the coast. Oh, there's only one coast. Oh, well, that makes things a lot fucking easier.
Well, I mean, sort of. What if we both ran opposite directions?
I mean, I went the whole coast. It took me maybe 30 minutes to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, we played for a good 2 hours and we couldn't find each other. We switched exact places, which was the worst part.
That was fucking aggravating.
And it was darkness the whole time, which is also really frustrating.
We spawned in areas that we thought were the same because there were train tracks, there were cranes, there was a weird Taj Mahal looking church, and they were totally different. And so we were at cranes and we were like, oh, I see 5 cranes. He's like, oh, I see 3 cranes or whatever. And so we decided to kill ourselves in hopes that we'll spawn in the same area. Well,
we switched.
He spawned where I was and I spawned where he was. He found my corpse. And then he ate it. No,
well, I tried to.
You should have.
But
God, it was infuriating.
Worlds like that, like even when we played, Elite Dangerous, like it wasn't that hard to find each other. Like, but stuff like that where you can pretty much just lose yourself.
Yeah, it's fun. I like that stuff. It's shit you can't do in real life.
Right.
That's why we play GTA so much, because we can't murder a bunch of people in real life. We'll go to jail.
Nope.
Or we'll get killed. So I'll just run people over with my Ballista Compact and be happy about it.
The thing is, I feel like maybe some of the stuff is actually a bit pricey, but I shouldn't even say that because a starter ship, the basic ship to get in is only $45. That's not even a fully priced game. Like,
that's true.
I was sitting there, I was like, oh, let me look at the $80 games. I was like, I wouldn't mind doing that. I don't know. I think Star Citizen would be the only thing I would back as of right now. There are other bunch of content creators that I like, but they're pretty successful now, so I wouldn't have to back them. Whereas before, I was like, oh, you guys have a Kickstarter. I kind of like your videos. Maybe, but now, like, they're so big, they're collabing with all these other popular YouTubers. Like, yeah, you guys don't, I mean...
yeah, I've never...
I'll buy your t-shirt. That's it.
Yeah, I love t-shirts. But I've never backed anything on Kickstarter. I've wanted to a bunch of times, but that was back when I didn't have a job, so I was like, oh, well, I guess can't do that.
Right.
Like, I've seen a lot of interesting projects with interesting, like, rewards or incentives, whatever you want to call them. And I've seen, like, crazy, like, rewards for, pledge $1,500 and come to the launch party and, hotel stay and have your name in the credits and get, like, a copper bust made out of your head. Shit like that. It's fucking nuts. Some of the shit that they give away is cool as hell. Like, I think in the future I'll back something. I don't know, just because I want to help make cool games.
Right.
Since I can't make games myself that I'm aware of. I've never tried, but that seems like a lot of work. But since I can't, I might as well, help somebody else make one. And if it can help, obviously iDarb wasn't on Kickstarter, but it was a community, like basically community built game. And if it can bring games like that out, that's pretty awesome. Like, I wonder what games are out now that were kickstarted.
Star Citizen.
Well, I mean, besides that.
Well, I mean, like, notable good ones.
Yeah.
IDAR. Oh, no, that wasn't kickstarted.
No.
Not anything big that I can come up with off the top of my head. I mean, I was looking at a list earlier, but I didn't notice any of the
I'm sure
games.
they're like super unique, like because that's really what catches people's attention on Kickstarter.
Well, The Long Dark was kickstarted. I know that. Right. Something.
Oh, Elite Dangerous was kickstarted.
Well, there you go.
That's pretty good.
I guess those technically aren't released yet because they're still in alpha on computer and everywhere else. But they were definitely released.
that game Shovel Knight started out as a Kickstarter.
That's an awesome game.
I haven't played it, but it looks fucking fantastic. Shadowrun Returns, don't care about that. Wasteland 2, don't care about that. Defense Grid 2 was kickstarted. Defense Grid was fun.
Yeah, there's probably... I mean, The Escapist, I believe, was kickstarted. I'm not sure. I think. And that's a pretty...
Yeah, I think that was kickstarted. I think you're right. That game looks fun as shit. I still haven't gotten to play it, which I'm super upset about. But yeah, I want to back a game and like get something cool out of it. Like not just get the game, I want something else.
Yeah, I know.
Because I like cool game related shit.
Hey, that's why I have Loot Crate.
Yeah, I want to get a subscription to Loot Crate.
There's a lot of good. Like I had Loot Crate, and then for a while I had Arcade Box.
Oh, Arcade Block.
Yeah, Arcade Block.
Was it good?
Yeah, that was fucking dope. That's where I got that awesome Half-Life T-shirt. It looks like the head crab shack or something.
Yeah,
and then like the Luigi. I love that. That shit was awesome. Except that sometimes their packages are hit and miss. Like a lot of it is like you really want it for the shirt, but then some packages won't give you a shirt, and you're like, this is worth $20. Like all this stuff is worth $20, really?
Yeah, the Escapist was on Kickstarter. I'm looking at the project page right now. That game looks awesome. I want to play it, but just there's so many fucking games. Like the rewards, $15. Thanks. You'll receive Kickstarter backer updates as your reward. I don't know what that means. Digital DRM free copy of the game. $7. You get a copy of the game. What the? Ooh, and then $10. You get a digital soundtrack. Let's go all the way to the bottom and see what it is. $100 or more. $200 or more. You get to name one of the prison wardens in charge of each prison. In addition, you'll receive early builds, digital DRM free copy, digital soundtrack, and art book in PDF format. That's fucking cool. If you do 100, you get to be one of the prison guards in the game.
See, it's pretty much Kickstarter is just pretty much a better version of like pre-ordering. Like how AAA games pre-order. Like you get this really gay in-game item that everybody gets after anyway. You're just pledging your money early. Like Kickstarter, you're actually getting something that people probably aren't getting after release.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I don't think like a lot of Kickstarter stuff comes out after release. I think that's totally exclusive stuff.
Yeah. Because,
I mean, that would suck if you Kickstart, you back something and then later on down the road they just give away the shit that you got for kickstarting it. That'd be kind of dumb. But yeah, so we're gonna start a GoFundMe to fund the We Can't Respawn podcast.
And find Bigfoot.
And find
in
Bigfoot.
Utah. It's where he was last sighted.
We're gonna record the podcast with Bigfoot as our guest.
Oh my God.
Yo, that'd be so fucking ridiculous.
Definitely get more than 10 listeners then.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah. Dude, Bigfoot would be a great guest. He wouldn't know jack shit about games. I don't think, unless he like ransacked some old garbage bin for Nintendo.
Yeah.
And he'd be like Donkey Kong King.
He's just hiding in Kentucky somewhere, some fucking redneck.
Probably. If Joe Rogan hasn't found him yet, I don't think anybody's gonna find him.
That's
that
true.
Motherfucker stays looking for Bigfoot. And that show he had, Joe Rogan Questions Everything, when he was actually looking for Bigfoot in the woods. So
dude, that
funny.
show was amazing.
That show was great.
But he was also calling those people out.
Oh yeah, he was. He sure was. It was a good time. Yeah, So all in all, I think crowdfunding is good if done correctly.
It can be good. Yeah, it has to be done correctly though.
Like as we've said, AAA games, get the fuck out. You don't need
don't sit here and Rockstar try to crowdfund GTA 6.
Yeah, or fucking Activision Black Ops 5 or whatever.
God.
Get out of here. Get out. Oh, I knew there's something else I wanted to bring up. Did you see the ugly ass PS4 bundle
for
Black Ops 3?
It was like all silver and purple, gray and orange.
Yeah, those weren't close at all.
Gray and orange,
silver and purple.
Yeah,
yeah, it's ugly as sin. It's the terabyte model of the PS4. And I don't know if that's the only version that's going to be a terabyte, but that thing's fucking ugly.
Yeah.
If you think back, most of the Call of Duty systems have been fucking ugly. Like, the Advanced Warfare one was, like, overly done. It was all crazy looking and fucking ridiculous.
What I don't get is just, like, why they can't just release, like, stickers or plates, like, so you can put them on. Like, why do I have to buy a completely new system just to make my Xbox look like R2-D2 or something?
I'm pretty sure they have skins you can, like, on a website.
Unofficial, I think.
There's definitely not official ones, and there should be. Well, if you remember, the 360 had the official faceplates back in the day.
Right.
But also, it was only faceplates, so that's kind of lame. I got a skin for one of my Xboxes. It was Gears of War. It was okay. I mean, it was just a big stupid sticker, but it'd be cool if you could like interchange all the plastic.
That's what I'm saying. Like how you can take apart your tower easily. Like I want to be able to customize my Xbox like that. Like the plates
that'd be fucking awesome.
Like
I mean, we could, but like you said, you void your warranty, and that fucking sucks. You don't want to do that.
No,
not with the expensive ass hardware. So. But I'd like to. I mean, I want I have the white one, which is kind of cool. But I'd like to get it to look a little bit different. I'd like to slap a We Can't Respawn skin on there. That'd be fucking sick.
That would be.
I don't know what the hell I need to do to get that done. I can't even get fucking stickers done. So, I don't know.
Figure it out.
Yeah. That's it, man. Episode 20. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, we're fucking awesome as usual.
Our terrible episodes were in the beginning. We haven't done a terrible episode since like 2.
That's true. Yeah, we've been pretty good. The new format's working okay. We just got to get with it on picking the topic like sooner.
Well,
we picked it literally
stuff
today.
Needs to come out.
We picked it literally today.
Well, I told you about it today.
Yeah.
It's just
I found out about it literally today.
You get a list and you narrow it down. So,
yeah, it's still slow in terms of releases and stuff. Stuff's starting to pick up now.
Yeah, it's fall now, so we get them good games. Like, I'm for sure going to be talking about NBA because it comes out tomorrow if you pre-order it, I think. I know it does, like, on the... I mean, I looked up on Steam, and I was going to buy it because it releases, like, Thursday, and I was like, what do you mean releases in a week? I was like, I thought I got to play it early.
Yeah, I don't know.
But, well, I mean, once these games come out...
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I don't think we've even... Well, yeah, I have talked about Metal Gear Solid, but I still haven't gotten... I looked, I'm like 5% done. I'm like, dude, I've been playing this for like 80 hours. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, so we have... Right now, our newest video is it's the second half of our Madden game. If you haven't watched that, go check that out and the first video. Because it was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I think we'll be doing at least one of those a week for, in the spirit of football. It won't... I don't want to do it necessarily as a matchup that week. I think that's kind of lame.
I don't want to do that.
It's just a random team each time.
I thought about doing the matchup for like one of the games of the week, but fuck that.
No, that was kind of... I thought we did it by accident. I thought I was like, wait,
no,
does Carolina actually play Washington?
But yeah, so that's out now. I'm thinking Friday... We'll drop the first GTA video. Maybe, I don't know. See, it's tricky because we're still trying to figure out an upload schedule. I have 2 videos on deck, and with more to record, obviously. We're thinking we're going to release them around the podcast. Or maybe Tuesday and Friday. Like, Tuesday, 2 days before we release the podcast, and then Friday, and then Sunday for the Madden videos. Something like that. We're still ironing out the deets on the scheduling. as far as videos go, because obviously that's a new part of We Can't Respawn, since we can actually effectively do that now. So definitely
Then
Friday.
Still be streaming too.
Yeah, streaming on occasion when I can find the fucking time. It's a struggle. Birdman will be streaming as soon as he gets his Comcast.
Which is Friday.
Nice. So yeah, Friday, tomorrow, technically. Look out for our first GTA video. It was a good time. I'm not going to spoil anything. Another thing, we have a rough draft of the script for our secret video. God damn it, it's good. Huge shout out to Titan, our third member, for starting to write that up. He thinks it's a rough draft. I said I could record right now with it, but I'm excited to see what revisions he makes.
Yeah, I'm feeling good about that.
It's going to be fucking great.
We'll be sure to be doing more skit-related videos, too.
Yeah,
because,
definitely.
You know, everybody needs some comedy in their life.
You ain't lying. A couple giggles here and there never hurt anybody, right?
Right. So episode 21 will be recorded wasted.
Yeah, I'm still trying to
we're legal.
Yeah,
so
I'm a fucking grown-ass man.
I'm hoping that I have either this Sunday or next Sunday off.
Well, it's got to be this Sunday.
So hopefully we'll get to.
It's got to be one of these
get
days.
Drunk.
Even I don't know. We'll figure it out. But as far as that goes, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna talk about.
We'll be drunk, so we won't remember it anyway.
Because like if it's Saturday or Sunday of this week, it's like 3 days from now. So there's not gonna be a whole lot of news. But we'll figure something out. It's gonna be fucking awesome. So that's gonna be episode 21. This is episode 20. It'll be on YouTube. Go there, hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Facebook is We Can't Respawn without the apostrophe, as is Twitter at We Can't Respawn. If you search for us on Google, do not use the apostrophe. It won't show up. And the reasoning is we can't use it on most things, so why
I don't
bother?
get it. Well, like why we can't? Why can't we use proper?
I don't know. It's a sin. So check us out on all those things. Comment on our Facebook if you have any questions or want us to talk about anything, or tweet us, or at whatever. You know how to reach us. I think that just about covers everything. Tell your friends, family, dogs, cats, goats, hamsters. Tell them about us. We're doing big things over here. We Can't Respawn. Any last words?
No.
All right. Well, episode 20. We can't respawn.
I have
We
no
out.
famous last words.